Podcasting from Woodstock, Georgia, welcome to Soul Solutions, a show where we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs. I'm your host, author, and certified life coach, Terry Kozlowski. Episode 91, Tending the Garden of Personal Growth. Do you ever think about how you are tending to your personal growth and mental and emotional well-being? Do you plan to sow seeds that benefit your mindset? Many don't and try to fly by the seat of their pants, hoping for a decent outcome. But if you tend to your garden, you can foster a healthy foundation in which you can handle the unexpected and still thrive. Plants need good soil, sun, and water to thrive. You too need a suitable diet, plenty of sleep, and ways to manage stress. Self-care practices help you tend to your garden, which allows you to manage obstacles so you are resilient. A daily grounding mechanism, setting appropriate personal boundaries, and making authentic connections are ways for you to plant the right seeds to help you overcome the unknown along your path. It's interesting how playing in the dirt reconnects you to nature, which is very grounding. This past weekend, I planted some flowers and herbs on my deck. Digging my fingers into the soil, carefully covering the roots, and making sure it had proper water and sunlight reminded me how everyone needs the earth for survival. And yet many people are so disconnected from it, and others, because they aren't tending to their own spiritual garden within themselves. The need for growth. If you aren't growing, then you are stagnating. Growth allows you to become your authentic self, and when you delay your own development, you are allowing the egoic mind to keep you from living out your dreams. Remember, your evolution requires you to stretch out of your comfort zone. This means you will feel some discomfort as your ego tries to scare you from moving toward your dreams because it wants you to avoid the risk of taking a misstep. But missteps are learning opportunities you need to grow. This progression requires you to be open to change, new ideas, and different perspectives. When you delay your development, you are denying yourself. Your dreams drive you forward, but your egoic fears keep your growth stunted, which further postpones your happiness and the future you dream of living. You must find the courage within yourself to take action and move towards the goals you have and embrace the growth process by tending to the evolutionary process. Many people don't tend to their garden by staying in toxic relationships, holding on to outdated beliefs, not being their authentic selves, doing so much you aren't tending to yourself, or staying focused on the past. They stay in the shadows instead of going into the light, which is needed for the creative seeds within you to sprout. It's your responsibility to expand yourself and unlearn those behaviors that hold you back. Tending to the weeds. My definition of a weed is a plant that is growing somewhere I don't want it to. Many people think dandelions are weeds, but to a bee, they're a food source, and to a child, they are wishing flowers. Perspective matters, even when gardening. But what about the unwanted thoughts or situations that arise in the garden of your personal growth? Do you allow them to grow or do you mitigate them? See, when you look at these intrusive thoughts as weeds in the garden of your life, you want to pull them. But it requires your awareness that these thoughts are growing next to those pretty roses you did plant. Once you see you have these negative thoughts growing, pause and look at how it's affecting the flowers you planted. It's stealing water and nutrients from the soil to help the intrusive thought grow. And if you don't tend to this weed, then it could overtake and kill the roses you want to bloom. So do you see how not dealing with the egoic thoughts keep you from growing into your full potential? Don't allow a negative thought to take over your garden. Tend to them by finding ways to mitigate them and plant new seeds that you want to grow in their place. Tending your inner garden. Are you ready to tend your inner garden of personal growth? It's time for you to empower yourself to reach your goals and live authentically. Here are 7 ways to embrace your evolutionary process and watch your growth surge. Number 1, be aware. To grow, you need to see with clarity what's before you. Seek the truth. Understand who you are, your strengths and weaknesses, and where you want to go. You need to grasp the reality of the current situation, what you need to overcome, and to look for creative ways to move forward towards the life you desire. Number 2, create an action plan. When you plan the actions you will take to move forward, it helps quiet the fearful egoic chatter in your head. Why? Because the ego sees you're aware of the potential risk and have put together a strategy to overcome them. Keep in mind that what you want to do is take small steps so you aren't overwhelmed and are building your self-confidence as you go. Be flexible and adjust as needed. Number 3, watering the seedlings. As you move forward, remember to celebrate those things that go right. So when things don't go as planned, you can handle it with ease. Move past the discomfort by reminding yourself of what you've already overcome to get where you already are. Look for the silver lining and focus on those things that move you forward, not keep you stuck. Number 4, adjust your perspective. No matter where you are on your path, you've come a long way. Therefore, what's on the horizon has changed. Consequently, you need to alter your perception based on where you are now and the new knowledge you have gained. Remember to ask questions and evaluate your current circumstances so you can pivot as needed. Number 5, plant yourself around the right people. Just like the surrounding plants, others can either help or hinder your growth. The wrong people in your life can make your garden of growth full of weeds. So find your tribe who will help with your development by watering you when you're dry, sharing their wisdom-filled nutrients, and helping lean you towards the sunshine. Number 6, get plenty of sunny self-care. Whether through moving your body, grounding exercises, providing your body with nutrients, or resting, self-care habits are the sunshine you need in tending your garden. Number 7, plant variety. Do you like that purple flower that is growing but doesn't actually fit into your plans? Keep it. When you find something you really like, try it because it's a great way to develop and expand yourself. Novelty and adventure are fun ways to add some diversity to your life. Moving forward, tending your garden. Becoming your authentic self is a continuous process that requires you to be conscious of the growth you need to do. Therefore, avoiding or delaying the need to tend to your personal development means you are prolonging your dreams from becoming your reality. I know you want to build the life of your dreams. Everyone does. So allow yourself the time to tend to your inner growth. Become aware so you can create a plan of action. Water the seedlings, adjust your perspective, and plant yourself around the right people to help you thrive. Add variety to your garden and get plenty of sunshine through your self-care routine. This journey of personal growth will have some twists and turns, but when you face new challenges, embrace the experience and make the most of what life gives you. Learn from the missteps and see the growth surge as you move forward, living a happy life. As you become more mindful of how you tend your garden of personal growth, you can alter the course of your life. Do you need help to determine what you want your garden to look like? Are you looking for support in learning how to deal with the weeds of intrusive thoughts? Do you want a strategy to help you create an extraordinary life? If so, please get in touch with me and we can put together an action plan for you to tend your garden and live an authentic life. To learn about how I tended my own garden and became a more authentic version of myself, you can do so by reading my book, Raven Transcending Fear, available on Amazon, or you can go to raventranscendingfear.com for more information. Thanks for listening to Soul Solutions with Terry Kozlowski. If you'd like the show and want to learn more, check out terrykozlowski.com, where you can find the links to everything we talked about in this episode. Please subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode as we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs.